Britain's on the move. She's not what she used to be. And you, whoever you think you are, it won't last. I haven't even started.
Hello, welcome to MovieVault.com. I'm Claire Bueno, and we have high expectations this evening as Helen Mirren, John Hurt and Sam Riley attend the UK premiere of Brighton Rock.
Let's go, Fred. I said let's move it. Bloody seaside snap wouldn't matter, would it? If we wasn't accessories to a murder.
But I think I wanted to do Brighton Rock because it was a project that got me sleeplessly excited, and a story that I just absolutely wanted to do my version of.
And the first film there would have been a lot of censorship around that time. Were you a lot freer because we don't have that kind of censorship anymore to make the film?
Yeah, I mean, one of our sort of raison d'etres was to put things back in the movie from the book that weren't in the original film, and in particular, you know, in the original movie, Pinky falls off Brighton Pier, Palace Pier as it was then called, and in our film we restore the original novel's ending, which is a fantastic fight on the cliffs with him and Dallow, and I won't give the ending away. Is that a bad idea? I won't, but it involves sulfuric acid and all sorts of unexpected turns of events, but certainly a really epic and sort of diabolical ending. But also just the sexuality and sensuality of the book, the religion, some of which was cut from the original film. Catholicism isn't scary for a modern audience, it's just to do with redemption, and it's something that you'll find all modern movie making works on the basis of, are characters redeemable or not? So.
You also based this film specifically in 1964. Can you share that with us, the reasons why?
Yeah, I didn't just want to do something different for the sake of being different. The original film's set in 1939 when the book is set, even though it was made 10 years later. We know that green wasn't attached to the period, and I wanted a contemporary audience to love Pinky and Rose and fear for Pinky and Rose without having to look through the lens of history. There is also something fantastically important and powerful politically and aesthetically about the mods. They shaped so much of our music and culture, and so much of what it meant to be what I hope most of my audience is, which is, you know, young working class to middle class kids who've got money to spend on the weekend and care about how they look and won't be talked down to by anybody, and until the mods that didn't exist. And for a story about a young teenage or early 20s in Sam's case gangster taking on society, there was no better time to set it than this nouvelle vague of young crime.
And also we still had a death penalty then, didn't we?
We did, that was crucial. I couldn't make it any more contemporary than 64 because then the thing that the whole thriller plot hinges on would have not existed.
You touched upon lenses, and going on a different sort of vein, you actually made special anamorphic lenses, is that right? Had them made for the film?
Well, actually, in one particular case we did. We had a very, very long zoom lens that took 2 cameramen to lift it out of the box. That was adapted to anamorphic for the film, but generally we used a lens range called Crystal Express, which were probably originally made in the 40s when the very first film was made, and then adapted in the 60s. And the reason behind that was to make a film in the way that they were made in the 60s, because that is what makes it feel like a proper noir.
It really has got that feel, hasn't it, as a film noir, and with the music as well. It's been shot terrifically.
Thank you. John Matheson, our brilliant DOP.
Well, yeah, I mean, what films? I mean, Gladiator, he's got all a track record behind him.
It's a first-time director's.
Joy.
Yeah, I was going to say something rude, but positive. But I'll take the first one out and just say dream. But it's an absolute dream to work with a DOP who you can talk to and who can make your absolute wildest dreams come true, and on a limited budget too.
What's your name?
Rose.
I'm Pinky. You're like me, old-fashioned. You're the kind of girl I like. You ever been in love?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you would say that. Yeah, a lot of people do.
Are you looking forward to this evening?
Yeah, it should be a good night. It's always nice to get dressed up, isn't it?
Tell us more about your part.
I play Cubit in Brighton Rock. He likes to think he's the leader of the gang, but you watch the film, see what happens.
Rowan's really made some complex characters here within his screenplay, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a fantastic script. It's one of the best scripts I'd read all year. I was very lucky to get someone like Sam Riley, who's just the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned.
That man you met, was this him? Sorry, Miss Arnold. What's the matter? Who is
What's this fella that killed my Fred?
I don't know, Ida. Neither do you.
Well, someone's got to.
How do you connect to a ruthless character like Pinky?
That's very easy. I don't know, they're just fun. They shouldn't be, but they're really fun to play being horrible, because you can't be like that in real life. And it's sort of, you have to be like that every day, so I really loved it. It was great.
You're not a method actor, are you?
Not exactly. No one really knows what the meaning of that is. Everyone's a bit
method.
Yeah, but it depends. Depends what your method is, you know.
And Sir Richard Attenborough played Pinky the first time round. Did you seek any counsel from him?
No, unfortunately, he wasn't very well. I'd have loved to have met him. I hope he's feeling better, and hopefully I'll get to meet him one day and we can compare notes.
And what was it like working with Rowan, who wrote the script as well as directing it? Does that help or hinder you as an actor?
No, it helps, because if you have any, he knows that book back to front, so any questions you have, he's there to answer. Yeah, it was great.
And when you first read the book yourself, I believe you read it as a child, did you ever dream that you'd be playing the part yourself?
Yeah, I think I probably did. I always did that when I read books when I was a kid, imagine being these people. I don't think I finished it. I think it went over my head a little bit.
Your boy's a murderer, Rose. I think you know more than you're letting on.
It's tormented. Somehow you're mixed up in here. Why won't you trust me, Pinky?
There's a naivety, isn't there, about Rose as well? Can you share that with us?
I think she is naive. She's simultaneously naive and complex, and those two things can coexist within a person. And her complexity lies in the fact that she wants a way out just as much as anybody else, and it might have taken Pinky to awaken in her the need to escape, but he's the catalyst for the rest of her life. And really, it's a very beautiful relationship.
She's been talking. You should have dealt with Rose. I've said time and time again.
Take my advice, kid. Clear out of Brighton. It's our town, ain't it?
What's it like for an actor of your stature to act for a director who's a first-time director? Is it quite refreshing for you?
I love working with people who are working the first time. It's always good to work with people who are the first time. People to watch out for is if they had a very successful first film, don't do their second film.
They're too much in a comfort zone.
Don't do second-time directors. Do the third film, but not the second one. Yeah.
When you're revisiting a script that's already been done and a film that's been created from a book, is it always best, if you're going to recreate again, to visit the source material?
Well, I suppose it is for the writer. I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, it makes no difference, because my springboard is the script anyway. And of course, the springboard's the script and the direction is the director, in a sense. That with that you play, you know, and the rest of it's imagination. So, are
you ever any sort of sceptical about doing films that are set in a period that, like yourself, that you've lived in? How you compare?
I always watch when there's a period, you know, particularly 60s, because people do get it wrong. They get it very wrong. But actually, they got it quite right in this one. Yeah. I did nothing that caught my eye that I thought, whoa, that's really didn't happen, you know? Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate.
Pinky Brown killed a man, and that puts that girl in the most grave danger.
Now, Rowan, I believe, based his character of Ida on Mae West.
I don't know. Is that...
We've got the stars together, they're playing up scenes together.
You're looking very Irish.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You
No,
you
said.
should have a fag hanging out of your mouth.
But then she spilled coffee all over me and my children when I was in...
Oh, really?
What was it called, that restaurant? Milano.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, really? Oh, your old friends, yeah. Sorry.
No. Rowan based the character of Ida on Mae West, but I believe you had very different idea.
Yes, I wanted to base it more on Sophia Loren or Anna Magnani. So I'm sort of rocking the Italian 50s movie star look, yeah.
You're good, and I'm bad. We're made for each other.
You don't care what happens to me.
Anything he does. If you touch one hair on that girl's head, There is nothing that I will not do to make you suffer.
Well, it's been a fantastic evening here at the UK premiere of Brighton Rock. Remember, for all your latest movie news and reviews, come to movievault.com.
Scared?
No, when I'm with you.